Damn, son, where'd you find this?
At the end.
15 seconds.
At the end.
4, 3, 1. What?
It's 90.3 KEXP. We're streaming all over the world at KEXP.org. My name is Troy Nelson, and I am in the KEXP live room. It is an insanely special day today because I have with me here John Doe from the legendary band X and Mike McCready from the legendary band Pearl Jam sitting right here and ready to play some songs for us. How you guys doing today?
Good. How about you?
I'm nervous, but I'm excited.
Yes.
I'm so excited to hear John Doe sing.
I just ran down. I'm out of breath now because I ran. If I run even 5 feet, I am completely out of breath.
Troy, for so young, you really have to
do something about that.
Think about it. Well, at least think about it.
Well, this is great. Thanks for stopping by and doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you doing back in Seattle?
X is playing tonight.
Nice.
At the El Corazon.
Yes.
We played last night and the night before in Portland.
Right. Where did you play it in Portland?
The Roseland.
Nice.
Hey, Jackson, do you think you could take the reverb off while we're... Yeah. It's so distracting.
I'm so glad we got out of that tunnel.
Satellite.
Inside of this studio.
We are in a live moving studio right now. This is a first in radio history, folks. Yeah. Whoops. I'm not sure what that was. So, yes, if you guys would love to play a couple songs for our listeners, I know they would love it. So if you want to just go right at it.
We could dive in, but I should explain that, you know, X and Pearl Jam played a lot together. That's why Mike's here.
Right.
And Xene got terribly sick. She's been sort of sick. I'm also a little, sinused out.
Yeah.
So if it's more gravelly, it's just because of that. And anyway, she got had stayed up all night and was really sick. So that's why she's not here. Mike was going to come down and just go to the show, and I said, "Okay, well, let's have dinner." Or we talked about getting dinner and stuff like that. And then I said, "Hey, you want to sit? You want to sit in?" And the cool musicians,
right?
The cool guys and girls, they say, "Sure." What could happen? You could totally embarrass yourself.
I don't know if I was that cool. I was trying to maintain that coolness, but I was like, of course I'd like to do something like that. I better do my homework very quickly.
Well, I guess wouldn't the cool response be, well, I have to check my schedule. I'm not sure if I can. Yeah.
No, that's the a-hole response.
Yeah, yeah.
That's like, let me talk to my handler, and then you go, oh, never mind.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, this was 45 minutes ago.
Right.
It was really quick. I was wanting to come down and just watch you sing.
Yeah.
And now
you have a guitar in your hands.
To play
Front row seat.
See How You Are, which
I
worship.
So the first we're going to do a couple. This is all X stuff because we're playing at El Corazon, and
excellent.
I'm going to represent for Xene on this first song. Since she sings it, I'm putting my glasses on here to actually see it, so I don't screw it up. I can't see that anyway. This is live, ladies and gentlemen. All right, beautiful. So here's for Xene. I hope she's better by tonight. And I am a black and white ghost in a black and invisible dress. Oh, what a mess I'm in. What kind of fool am I? I am the married kind, the kind that said I do, forever searching for someone new. At night I get drunk and fly around. In the day I dream and lay around. I drink and smoke your brand and drink. I am drunk over you. I am the married kind, the kind that said I do. Forever searching for someone new.
most of all my dreams. To you, it's all pretend. I pretend I'm alive, but just not dead. I would die for you. I am the married kind, the kind that said I do. Forever searching for someone new. My nights are numbered, they don't count for nothing. I'm not a fool, I'm just a bride. I'm just no good inside. I am the married kind, the kind that said I do. Forever searching someone new.
Excellent. You are listening to John Doe and Mike McCready live here on KEXP.
You can do another one straight up?
If you don't mind.
We can do that.
Cool. Awesome.
I don't know how you work these things here at the KEXP. This one Mike doesn't really know, so he's just going to sit out. But join in.
I'll sit out.
Join in if you feel like it.
Okay. I may just watch.
This is a song called Poor Girl. I will do a shameless plug and say that I have a Best of John Doe coming out in May. So remember that in 6 months. And this is on it, just an acoustic version. This was an X song that was out in '84, I believe. And it's it's a story about that wouldn't have taken place in the day of antidepressants. So I'm glad that we got in under the wire before everyone was taking Prozac and crap like that, because otherwise, no story. So, without further ado.
You sat at home, the windows tinted black. It hit you hard, and you cried so long. Life turned and wandered, never to come back again. Say what she gives you. Don't cry when you kiss her. When you ran out of the Starlight Inn, you were too hurt to walk, too bad to begin. I looked at the sign, but I couldn't feel sad for you. Take what she gives you. Don't feel sorry for her. Poor little girl ran away for good. I tried to explain why she won't say a thing. Sad, sad thing. I'm so far away now. How can I say why she won't talk at all? She holds a deck of cards. She wants to be alone. She says, I've been very ill, and I've tried waking up. Now I want to be alone. When you fell out of Pete's hotel, well, you didn't look so good, and you didn't feel so well. You said, hold me tight, but I couldn't get it right. Take what she gives you. Don't cry when you kiss her. Poor little girl ran away for good. I tried to explain what she won't say a thing. Sad, sad thing. I'm so far away now. How can I say? Well, she won't talk at all. She holds a jack of cards. She wants to be alone. She still drinks in the dark. The radio is left on late. She saw a madman fight and break it all 'cause he hated himself. She felt better off 'cause she was only drunk.
Wow. Nice. Awesome. Timeless.
One of the greatest X songs ever.
Timeless
and one of the
songs.
greatest songs ever.
It's a,
We would play that
fantastic.
just for these guys.
Well, thank you
play
so
together.
much for playing
I know.
that.
Thank you.
John Doe of X live here on 90.3 KEXP. X playing tonight at El Corazon. And wow, this is an incredible treat.
Come on, Seattle, get out there.
Yes.
I think it's sold out, but
All right.
come on down.
Well, then come on out and wait outside in the rain.
Yeah, you never know. It'd be somebody who got sick and couldn't come.
Yeah.
Right, right. So when did you guys first meet, anyway?
Had to be on one of the tours.
99, back when.
Yeah, at the Coliseum in L.A. Was that it?
I think see, we did fewer shows with you than you have done on your own.
Right.
It was Las Vegas.
Was it Las Vegas?
Yeah.
Oh.
We did Las Vegas and then 2 nights in L.A. and then
2 nights in L.A. is what I remember.
right and then
I'll just say Las Vegas was a
Sacramento.
little blurrier on that day in 1989.
Oh my God, that was such a you know what show.
I would ask what happened, but I'm
No,
afraid.
it was the audience. It was 110
Yeah.
or something, Las Vegas-y, and it's at the Thomas and Mack Arena, and they just said, "Oh, the audience is waiting outside. It's so hot. Let's give them beer
Oh.
to cool them down and to be like
Always smart.
genius." So by the time they came in, they were like what's the primordial ooze? They were just like blah, blah, blah,
Right.
blah.
Right.
And I've been able to watch X probably every night on tour when we were out on tour. I think every single night. So
Pretty
we always
much.
made a point of doing that.
That's
I mean, it's a total dream come true. So
very cool. Very cool. Also, John, you donated a song to this compilation for your friend Slim. This Songs for Slim. What can you tell the listeners about this?
Oh yeah. Slim Dunlap replaced Bob Stinson in the Replacements, a replacement.
Right.
And Slim had a terrible stroke. I don't know how long ago it was. Maybe a year ago or something like that. Mm-hmm. And the Replacements. Erzat's manager, Peter Jesperson, who works at New West, he said, "Well, let's do some singles." And they put out a bunch of singles and had them auctioned off. And they've raised like a couple $100,000 because Slim is just like, he's done. He's alive, but
Right.
he's having a real hard time communicating. And of course, he doesn't have an insurance and
Right.
things like that. So, yeah, we all pitched in and picked one of his songs and did it. Joe Henry helped did the production and on my song, and like Steve Earle and I can't.
Yeah, there's
remember.
some great. Yeah, I was going to say there's some great artists. Frank Black is on here. Jeff Tweedy, Deer Tick, a band that I really like, and Joe Henry has a song on here himself. The -5, lots of great stuff on this.
As usual,
compilation.
not sort of dude heavy, but what are you going to do? It's just whatever. We won't get into that.
Right.
Blink, blink, blink.
Right.
I'll just stay here and look pretty. Blink, blink, blink.
Well, this is a very last-second thing, and I can't believe how. It sounds great. You probably that first song that you guys played together, Mike. What did you rehearse that for 2 minutes, and then all of a sudden it sounded wonderful.
I mean, I know it in my heart, but I don't know it in my hands.
Right.
So that's why I'm kind of
He's a professional.
professional.
We're starting a band.
a professional guitar player.
I'm with you if you want. I'm there.
We're starting a band. It's called the Dirty Snowballs.
Dirty Snowball.
You like it?
Yeah.
Been running around a few other
I
names.
have to admit, it paints a strange image in my mind.
Actually, yeah.
Dirty snowballs.
I just don't eat the yellow snow balls.
Don't eat the dirty yellow snowballs.
Or do.
Actually,
Some guys are into that. I don't know.
my sweetheart
I'm not
and I-
anymore. I mean, what I meant to say.
Well,
This is live radio.
Rehab.
Well, you had to,
Dirty snowball eater.
Mike. You had to give it
I
up.
had to go through that.
Right after rehab, no more eating dirty yellow snowballs.
No.
Right.
Yeah.
Actually, my sweetheart and I have a list of good band names or possible band names on our refrigerator.
That one has to be one.
It's going on. We just came up with it. Others was Hobo Enclave. What was I'm looking over there. She's not giving up. What? No. Pretend. No break. Don't break the fourth wall. So yeah, I can't remember any right offhand.
I like that. That's the
Enclave
only.
is
Hobo
sweet,
Enclave.
too. I
I
mean,
like
that
that's the
dirty
only one you
snowballs
remember.
There was one the unannounced anchovy.
I like that.
Because there was some pizza or there was some dish that we got at a restaurant and they were vegetarian and there were anchovies in it. They said, "Oh yeah, sometimes there are anchovies in this dish." It's like
that's kind of a major.
how can you, it's a major taste thing. They're salty and they're
Exactly,
fishy and
yeah.
they're every
Right.
once in a while there's sort of a
It's like, oh, I'm sorry. This dish has some pig brains in it. Once
John
in a while.
Doe and the unexpected anchovy.
Yeah.
I like
What do you
that.
think? Yeah, you like that?
Ah, that'd be good.
That'd be very arty. We'd have to put on
good
tights.
in Nova
and-
Scotia.
Yeah, actually, there's been big anchovy bloom in Monterey Bay. Just to bring it around to some science, because no radio program would be complete without some science.
Right.
Yeah, a giant bloom of anchovies in Monterey Bay, Santa Cruz and Monterey and all that.
Yeah.
Tons and tons of whales, sea lions and whales working in tandem to eat these sons
Wow.
of guns.
Following that, are there great white sharks? That's my next question.
That's out on the Farallon Islands.
Right.
That's
Francisco.
across from San Francisco. Yeah.
I don't know how you gather this information. Were you
Just being a man of the world,
yes?
Troy.
Yes.
My daughter also lives in Santa Cruz, goes to school down there.
Right.
But it was kind of all over the news where there would be 50 whales within that bay, which is a pretty big bay, where normally there would be like 4. And they don't have any reason as to why. It just sort of comes. Sometimes it comes, sometimes. But Monterey was also like John Steinbeck Cannery Row. They had a big sardine, packing plant there. So
Yeah. Grapes are out.
anyway, yeah, all that stuff.
That's information that I did not know before.
We're not just here to entertain, brother.
No, you're here.
We're here to teach.
Teach. We learn from you.
Yes. It's wonderful.
Mike, do you have lessons
Correct.
for the people?
No,
that
I
you
would
can
have,
teach?
I have maybe an X question, though.
Yes.
How did Ray Manzarek find you guys, and what were you doing? Soul Kitchen before
Yes.
he found you, or was that?
No, yeah, before.
Okay,
We were playing Soul Kitchen before.
cool.
And he and his, God bless Ray Manzarek.
Yeah.
We loved Ray Manzarek. He produced the first 4 X records.
Yep.
And recently passed away this year, a few months ago. And he was coming to see a band called Levi and the Rock Cats, which was kind of the first wave. This is 78, maybe, 79. First wave of like tattooed, sleeved, rockabilly guys. Smutty Smith. Was a bass player. He'd stand on his bass and do all the kind of crazy stuff like that.
Stand up bass, where you're just
Stand up on the stand up bass. Stand up bass. And Ray went to see them with his lovely and talented wife Dorothy, and they're sitting in one of the booths because Whiskey had booths back then, and he had read something about X and read something about the punk rock and new wave stuff going on, and and thought, well, this sounds kind of like cool, and went to see us, and we played Soul Kitchen, and Dorothy, of course, usual, the woman is smarter, and she goes, "They're playing your song, Ray." He goes, "What?" "Yeah, that's Soul Kitchen." Of course, it's 3 times as fast as the Doors did
Awesome.
it, and not funky like that. And then we met him right after that. I wish I could remember the exact sort of moment that we
Right.
met, but yeah.
I'm
That was a great thing. He was a great producer.
I'm really glad you asked that question, Mike, because I was thinking the same thing. Wanted to know about that because that is pretty amazing. Recording records with Ray Manzarek and having him produce your first 4 records, how that happens, and now we have a little insight into that. I've always wondered myself. That's
Well, scenes are unpredictable, and Mike coming from one up here, it's sort of luckily you guys and we had some time to kind of figure out what the hell we were doing before somebody swooped in, before there was YouTube, and before you could, monetize it and capitalize it and all that sort of crap. And if you give some people a year or two to kind of figure out what the hell they're doing, then you can come up with cool stuff. But and that'll happen again.
I hope.
Yeah, of course it will. It always happens
in cycles.
Yeah, and the Doors sort of went through that, and it's basically like artist and fans. Whether it's visual art or theater art or whatever. It's if there's some sort of meeting of that, some connection where the barrier between the two are broken down.
Right.
And it's like, well, you're in a band as well, so the song you were there when it happened, and,
right.
and that kind of thing.
Wow.
Then
Well, very cool.
And that was something that Ray saw in us as well, because they had that.
And the energy, probably, at the time. You guys were...
No, that's great. And those records still sound great today and will always sound good. And like I said, just timeless music. So thank you for all the decades of music, both of you. And thanks to both of you for being here once again. And I know that our listeners would love to hear a couple more songs if you guys would be so kind.
You bet.
It is John Doe of X and Mike McCready here, live on 90.3 KEXP Seattle.
All right, this song is called See How We Are, and it sort of gained traction. It came out in, 86? 86?
Yeah.
And it sort of is more popular now than it was then, because it's a little bit true. And I grew up in Baltimore, and they thought, okay, well, let's take care of this rat problem in Baltimore. And so they would put out this rat poison that smelled just like Concord grapes, just like Welch's grape juice. So you'd be driving through this neighborhood, and this sickly sweet smell is going like, oh, boy, that's sort of nice. It's rat poison. Ladies and gentlemen. So there's a little inside tip. There are men lost in jail, crowded 52 a room. There's too many rats in this cage of a world. But the women know the place. They sit home and write letters. Then they visit once a year, when they both just sit there and stare. See how we are. Gotta keep bars in between us. See how we are. We only sing about it once in every 20 years. See how we are. Oh, see how we are. Now there are 7 kinds of Coke, 500 kinds of cigarettes. This freedom of choice in the USA drives everybody crazy. Down in Acapulco, well, they don't give a damn about kids selling chiclets with no shoes on their feet. See how we are. Get away from me, you filthy Indian. See how we are. We only sing about it once in every 20 years. See how we are. Oh, see how we are. Well, this morning the alarm rang at noon, and I'm trying to write this letter to you about how much I care. Why I just can't be there to draw your back and comb your hair. Last night in a night spot where things ain't so hot, my friend met a boy and said, I'm in love. I said, oh really? What's this one's name? She said his first name is Homeboy. I said, could his last name be Trouble? See how we are. Homeboy, isn't that one of those South Central ghetto names? See how we are. We only sing about it once in every 20 years. See how we are. Oh, see how we are.
through. So we all gotta move. This bottom rung ain't no fun at all, 'cause now fires and rock houses, grape flavored rat poison, are the new trinity for this so-called community. See how we are. Gotta keep bars on all of our windows. See how we are. We only sing about it once in every 20 years. See how we are. Oh, see how we are. See how we are. Yeah, see how we are.
Wow.
Okay, there's that. The next song we're going to do, we'll send out to Exene and all the good, get well, good wishes for the show tonight. If you're listening in Seattle, come down to El Corazon. It's a lovely place. Have they done anything to
No,
that
they have
effing
not
place?
done a damn thing to that place. We played our first show ever there.
Yeah, I know.
After 8 days is our show, and there's still like that post in the middle of the stage. And
Jesus.
you think they'd maybe do something?
Jesus,
with it?
Mary and Joseph.
What was it called back then?
Off ramp.
Off ramp.
Off ramp.
It was off ramp,
And then
Graceland,
Graceland, okay.
and then El Corazon.
Right.
So
Wasn't it Rebar at some point, or was that a different place?
Rebar's
Yeah.
down. Rebar's down on
Another
First or
crap
something.
hole
Yeah,
down there.
near
Exactly,
it.
another dark.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Another unchanged
that
place.
was
Yes.
that's kind of a cool little
Yeah.
room to play in there. Yeah,
Yeah.
I wish they'd. I don't
Nice dressing room.
know. Nice dressing closet.
It's,
that what it is?
I think. Don't you have to go upstairs to go to that?
It's
dressing
like a
room?
warren. It's like a rabbit's warren. There's all kinds of holes, and don't put your hand in there. Good God. Never know what's going to pop out.
Glory holes.
It's like
and
sex club. No, it's just cold. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's kind
Yeah.
of cold.
Anyway, so here's here's for that, and to our so-called government. Long may they shaft the people with hope.
Honest to goodness, the bars weren't open this morning. They must have been voting for a new president or something. You got a quarter? Yeah, I think I do. Honest to goodness, the tears have been falling over this country's face. It was better before they voted for what's his name. This was supposed to be the new world. Better before they voted for what's his name. This is supposed to be the new world. Flint, Ford, Automobile, Alabama, windshield wiper, Buffalo, New York, Gary, Indiana, don't forget the Motor City, Baltimore, DC, now all we need is don't forget the Motor City. This is supposed to be the new world. Don't forget the Motor City. This is supposed to be the new world. Get it. All we need is money. Just give us what you can spare. 20 or 30 pounds of potatoes or 20 or 30 beers. A turkey on Thanksgiving like alms for the poor. All we need are the necessities and more. Better before they voted for what's his name. This is supposed to be the new world. Better before they voted for what's his name. This is supposed to be the new world. you want a revolution? Well, you know, we don't love to see the plan.
Wow.
There you have it. Mike McCready.
Monumental moment.
John Doe.
My favorite X song right there. John Doe of X here live on KEXP with Mike McCready. You guys, thank you so much. And even though this was a very last-second thing, Mike, thanks for making it happen and jumping in
I was
here.
asked, and we have our new band. It's 100 Potatoes. What is it called again?
Yeah, what are they called? Something.
100 potatoes.
100
In the dirty
potatoes
snow.
in the dirty snowballs.
That's it. Sorry. There's
The dirty
snowballs in the
snowball.
hobo enclave.
No, that'll be the super group.
I like it.
Dirty Snowballs in the Hobo Enclave.
There it
Who
is.
gets to be Dirty Snowballs? That's we have to change.
Yeah, but hey, it's going to be good. That's
Awesome.
right. Yeah.
And X tonight at El Corazon, the unchanged El Corazon. Go out and, well, I guess it might be sold out, actually.
I don't know. I have no idea. They'll cram another 6 people in.
Right.
there.
I'm sure some people can find a way to sneak in or something like that. But once again, it has been a pleasure, you guys. Thank
Troy.
you so much. Thanks. And you're listening to John Doe of X live here on KEXP with Mike McCready. Thanks for listening, everybody. And we'll be back to our regularly. That's a word that just kills me every single time. Can you do it right now, Mike?
Regularly.
I knew it.
Regularly.
Our regularly scheduled program. And 90.3 KEXP.
Cool.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?